Shawn here with Manly Made Minute, and welcome back to my channel. I am back from vacation. I am back from a long hiatus of getting some videos out there, and super excited. So today we're going to do another stamp set from my design team for Desiree Tangles. Include a thank you, but slightly non-traditional for the holidays. But ever since I started doing her holiday sets, I've wanted to kind of work this stamp set into a holiday card somehow, because I just absolutely love this stamp. It has so many different uses, and immediately I wanted to do something red and white with this one, and so I'm saving this one. I've done her holiday sets. I'm saving this one as that non-traditional holiday stamp set. So it's not a holiday stamp set, but we're going to make it into one. All right. Let's get started. I know I gave you the little teaser of that non-traditional, so we're going to show you what we're going to do. Before we get started, if you are not a subscriber here, don't be shy and hit that subscribe button and that notify bell button when I upload my next video. Would love to have you as my crew kind of watching my card journey. If you're not new here and you've seen me before, hit that subscribe button. Would love to have you on board and be a part of my journey as well. So let's get started and show you what we're going to do. All right, so here's the stamp set we're going to use today, and this is the a Tangled Botanicals. So this is that big, huge botanical set. This is a large set, and it's slightly non-traditional for holiday. You know, it's got that more florally, springy, summer kind of something on there. But I think with the right color combo, different sentiment on here, we're going to make this into holiday. Great sentiments with this one. Be happy, a huge smile with an awesome script on it, and with sympathy. So you can see this is a pretty universal stamp. But I'm going to use from her holiday stamp set, which is the Tangled Ornament set, which go ahead and look on my channel. I've got several videos using this stamp set up there. We're going to use the Joy Sentiment from this stamp set mixed with that botanical stamp. All right? Here's what I'd like to do. I want to do some emboss resist. I have done very little emboss resist kind of techniques, especially on video, and I just thought this is the perfect opportunity for what I want to do. So what I've done, I've taken that botanical stamp set, I've offset my, this is basically a 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 card front, and I've offset it so that I can get my stamp centered over here. And what I've done is I slightly marked the center with a tiny little dot of pencil so that I can make sure I don't go over center. So what I want to do is when I do this, I want to create a border and leave a slightly open center where we're going to plop that sentiment, all right? So I'm not going to get this full stamp on here. I'm going to get the edges of this stamp because I just want this nice white design border then that we're going to ink blend over the top of that for some emboss resist, all right? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to emboss this, and I'm going to use my Wow embossing powder, opaque, bright white, super fine, so it should get the detail of this stamp really nice. And we're going to do that on both sides. So I'll stamp, spin, and stamp, and then we will emboss it. All right? So I'm going to emboss this, and I'm not going to make you sit and watch the whole embossing process. I think we all know how to emboss. If not, there's plenty of videos out there. I do not have an embossing specific video, but I'm going to emboss this, and we'll be right back. Okay, I have done my heat embossing in my opaque bright white. I'm going to zoom in here and see if we can get the light to catch this for you. So you can kind of see, barely see that outline, and you'll see this as we ink blend, that it just created a nice small kind of border, leaving this center a little open for me. That's where my sentiment's going to go, all right? So we're going to use some Distress Oxide. We're going with Lumberjack Plaid. I'm going to lightly just ink blend all around the edges and bring that in to create my border and see this white. And that's as simple as this card's going to be, and then I'll show you the sentiment that I've created and put this together. So, all right. I'm kind of newer to a lot of these distress oxides. I just purchased a whole bunch for the Black Friday sale. I'm super excited to give them a shout and try. So I'm using these ink blenders. I'm not the greatest at it, but let's just go for it and blend around these edges. And I'll just slowly bring that color in. I'm just going for this red and white theme on this card. Simple, kind of, my thought process behind this was that red and white kind of candy cane Christmas kind of effect. Super easy. And then once we're done, we'll just take a little paper towel and wipe this off that heat or that embossing to get that to pop. And I'm going to work that red darker around those edges and then work that in towards the center. I just want this oval kind of shape to my blending here. And being that this is new ink pad, I'm getting a lot of coverage. It's pretty juiced up. It's brand new, first time using this one. So you can see I'm tapping off quite a bit just because I know it's loading up my blending brush here quite a bit. And just work that in. And as I was kind of thinking about this and putting my stuff together for this card and getting ready for the video, I got thinking, I got some new distress embossing powder. So I had got green. I've got this aged mahogany one. You could literally emboss this in any color combination, especially with the ink too. Use any color combination you want. All right, I'm just going to go around because I want a little darker around the edges. So I'm just going to go and kind of flick on those edges a little heavier. Just because I want this almost like it'll kind of frame it out just a little bit more. I'm going to zoom out just a tiny bit here. Here we go. All right, now let's just take a paper towel. And I'm just going to be kind of careful because I don't want to smear ink at the same time. So I'm just going to lightly wipe off that ink that's sitting on the surface of that embossing to get that to pop. You can kind of see the difference. And I'm not pushing at all. I'm just lightly rubbing over that surface. As if I'm just lightly cleaning it off. And that is it on that. Now you can kind of see how you can't really tell what this whole stamp was. There's so much more stamp outside here, but I'm just getting those edges to kind of feather in to give me that nice little frame. All right, so it's not, you can't even tell that this is not holiday, right? My color combination is going to make this holiday for me. All right, what I have done is I have pre-prepped the rest of my card just for sake of time on the video here because we all can cut a card base, I think. So I'm going to just get the rest of the ink off my fingers here so I don't keep transferring. And so I have cut, this is going to be an A2 size card, and I have my card base already, and I've made my matte layer the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. If you watch my videos before, though, I have a preference. I do not like my base layer to go all the way to the edge of the card. So I go 5 1/4, or excuse me, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but then I always go 1/8 inch less than that because I like to have just a slight little border around that card front. So let me show you. So we're going to put this on first and assemble my two layers. Okay. So assemble these. And I just went green. You could go white, you could go black, you could just not do it and put this straight onto your card base and go you could just do a different size. Whatever you want to do. I'm just going green because, again, I'm making my color combination as Christmassy as I can, as holiday as I can for this, so that I am counteracting this non-traditional stamp. So, all right. Then I'm going to put this onto my card base, and I could go this way and I can go this way, the way I have my sentiment, which we'll see in a second. Now, if you go on includeathankyou.com, you will see, I'm just getting my little phrase off of here. I have a couple little phrase. Probably need to change the blade on my Fiskars trimmer. You will see there are the Tangled Ornaments set for holiday. That was her newest release, along with the Tangled Leaves or Tangled Fall, I believe it was. And I have videos out on those stamps. I absolutely love them. Those leaves are one of my favorite sets right now. And I've turned those into holiday. I've turned those into fall. I feel like all of this Zentangle stuff is so universal. It's how you're going to make it, how you're going to combine it with your colors and different elements on your card. But anyway, includeathankyou.com. You've got the Tangled Ornaments. I am using the Tangled Botanical set for this, and I will link everything in the comment box below for your reference. And I am a design team member for Desiree, and I have received some of these stamps for free. I've purchased also some of them on my own because I wanted some extras, but I do not receive any commission on these whatsoever. So if you click on my links I am providing you below, they are not affiliate links, but I am a design team member to showcase her things for you and just give you different ideas. And I am just thrilled to be able to have the opportunity to do so. And I love her stuff. So I don't think you can go wrong with any of her stamp sets. All right, I have pre-die cut out a green circle matching my green paper here and a white one to inset there. I used the Joy from that Tangled Ornament set. Like I said at the beginning, I used that sentiment. I heat embossed it in silver, and the silver I used, this one's kind of old. I'm not sure if it's still out there. I will look. If it's still there, I'm going to link this below. This is from Spellbinders, just silver embossing powder. Okay, I will link that if it's still available on their site. I've had it for quite some time, and so I will look to see. I'm assuming it's there. If it's not, there's probably something similar, but this is from the Spellbinders. Paper, I am sorry. I'm using Nina cardstock on the white. I will link that. The green I have from last season, and couldn't even tell you, to be honest, where. But any green that you want to use, it is from a 12 by 12. I will tell you that. I cut down a 12 by 12, but it was holiday cardstock that I had purchased last year. I'm going to pop this up on some dimensionals because I do want a little bit of dimension on this. And I'm keeping this very easy, very simple. And it is very hard for me to kind of think about this is all this card is, because I like to add texture, I like to add lots of elements and layers, and I'm trying to keep this as simple and easy as possible. This is also something I feel you could do in bulk. Just remember, when we do in bulk, it's just easy to do things in sets. Like I would die cut out all my circles. I'd cut all my layers. Then I'm going to heat emboss or do all my joys. Then I'll do all the white heat embossing and then all the ink blending and then assemble. Do it in sets that way. All right. I'm going to kind of go, I think we're going to go here. Yeah, I think I want to go up and down this way. You can go this way and you could go this way. And I'm just looking up in the camera to see. I actually kind of think I like it this way better now that I've laid that out and I'm looking up at the camera here. So we're going to lay this out this way. And I'm going to put a little glue here to give me a little wiggle time to line this up. Just like so. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to change my mind because I feel like I need a little bling. I know I said I'm not going to, but I do need a little bit of bling. So I'm going to add just some red jewels that I have here. Yeah, we're just going to add a couple red jewels. I need a little bling. It's Christmas. We need some bling and sparkle here for Christmas. And so this isn't too plain Jane. And I have a smudge here that I want to cover up. And then I just thought we'll give a little extra bling. So I'm going to just take a couple of these. So I'm going to put one here just to kind of mask some of my smudge. And we're going to go one more, I think, around over in here. Get my odd number in there. Give it a little extra sparkle. I was trying to keep this as simple as possible, but we're going to add a little extra in here. So a couple things of my thought process over this whole card, and I've done that. I did this for fall quite a bit too. You know, I feel like for some people, me being one of them, that I don't have a huge room full of stamp sets. I'm working on gaining more, right, and getting my collection going. But I feel like this is a way to look at all the stamps that you have and see if you can cross use them in other holidays and other seasons and get as much use as them as I can. And especially for newer card makers, when you're trying to invest in something, look at your stamp sets and can you pick out a couple different things that you can make with it, then it's worth the investment versus having one just for one specific thing. And that's how I kind of look at all my stamp sets when I do this. And I think I need to add at least one more in here. Looking at this. We're going to add two more so I can keep this on the odd spectrum. So point of my story too is, you know, when you look at her whole website of Zentangle stuff, you can cross this stuff over in so many different ways. You just got to think outside the box when you look at some of these, right? Okay, there we have it. I'm going to leave it there. I like the balance and my little trio there in the middle. That's it. That's as simple as it is right there. All right, really quick. I heat embossed my white, opaque, bright white around the edge. I ink blended around the edge with my newly purchased Lumberjack Plaid Distress Oxide. Very creamy, very smooth, goes on really nice. Did some green paper and I embossed that in silver. Simple card and very easy to do. So there you have it. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Just a quick little simple card for you. And more to come on Desiree Tangles stuff. I've got some other ideas that I'm going to do, especially with this botanical set. I love it. It's great for watercoloring, by the way. And I've got some techniques out there that I'm watercoloring this one. So if you go to my live release that I did that's on my website, I'm using this set on a couple things that I did some watercolor as well as this holiday set. You'll see lots of ideas there. So thank you so much for hanging with me. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you then.